That's exactly 4.
I'm sorry, what?
About half the party, including the DM, will act stupid. That leaves 2 people to act stupid.
Usually
There's 4
my
of
acting
us.
stupid is a result of I'm trying to do something and then you guys like say, hey, can we do this? And I'm like, wait, what? It's just like, was not listening to a word you were saying. I was waiting for you assholes to stop fighting about something.
She's like, we have reached a consensus. Okay, what are you going to do? We decide to pick up the coin. God fucking damn it.
I once had a group do that where they literally spent like 10 fucking minutes on whether they should pick up a coin on a table. They're like, okay,
Really?
I take out one of the table's legs. I'm like, okay, you do? It's like, does the table fall over? I'm like, no. He's like, ha, see, I should have known. I'm like, it's a 6-legged table. Oh. he's like, then he picked it up and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you pick up the coin, turns out it's not a silver coin, it's actually bat guano. I was just like, I could not take that nonsense anymore.
Like, you spent 10 minutes deliberating whether or not to pick up a fucking silver coin. How?
Alright. So, I think you all find yourselves in the wilderness. You are mostly naked as a result of just losing most of your gear.
We have our clothes at the very least, correct?
Yeah, you have your clothes.
Thank God.
Prometheus? Hello? Hello?
Not again. For fuck's sake.
Oh, we can't go without the leader of the party.
God fucking damn it. 12 minutes later.
Implying we can't be stupid without Prometheus.
I'm just gonna poke him. Poke, poke, poke.
Poking intensifies.
How am I an Arid, by the way?
Because you were completely useless.
Not out of my own.
Yeah, yes, you
Hey,
were.
Iron.
Not in the D&D campaign. It was in the 40K
Iron.
one. Yeah.
Yes, but
Am I able to see the sky?
No, you see it don't. Yeah, no, you can see the sky.
Okay.
Mostly.
Can I roll a nature test to determine what time of day it is?
You cannot. You can tell it's daytime, but it is mostly cloudy. You can't really see the sun.
Okay.
But you can definitely tell it's not early. You can definitely tell it's not like really early morning or late night, because you would be able to tell if it was.
I mean, there is one thing that is in my defense that I may not have been completely useless. Ghost didn't die in front of the truck. We could have just left him there.
If only.
To be fair, Ghost's current character did rescue you guys.
Nah, in Only War.
No, in 40K too, remember? Remember, because you guys were trapped and he actually helped you guys escape.
I know what happened in Dungeons & Dragons, but
In 40K, he got shot first thing and died.
Yeah, like, honestly,
my crack missile.
Honestly, Ghost's current character hasn't really done anything particularly bad to you guys. I think the most he's done is be a little bit incompetent, but considering most of the party, that's not the worst thing to have happened to you.
Hello.
And okay, so will you, Tom? That was Celine, but you know, whatever. I don't care.
Well,
Still gonna blame Tom.
Don't blame me, Tom.
Or the Tom doesn't even know what's going on.
nope.
Oh right, I don't have any fucking money.
Well, Prometheus has money.
Well, actually, I have a bunch of gold coins from the red gold, but other than that.
And all of you die horribly. Seriously, guys, like, it's... okay.
Seriously, what?
Okay, so, in fact, since, Prometheus is not here, I guess, do you guys, want to start by doing anything?
Well, I would like to look through the area for landmarks to determine where we are.
Climb up a tree. Always a good place to see landmarks. Unless it's a thick forest.
Yeah. Oh, Iron, what's around us?
Lots of trees, of course, the large structure
Cave.
that you were just in. It's not in a cave, actually. It's out in the open.
Cliff face.
Yeah, almost, but it's like the stone.
So it's a hill.
The stone is complete. No, it's actually like a large box-like structure. It's incredibly smooth. There are like 3 large areas where the stone is jutting out into form kind of like a small octagon tower.
Just like scratch his head in confusion. Like what?
At least on the side that you can see.
Yeah.
You then hear a strange sound, like almost like a grinding noise.
Meep.
And suddenly the 3 towers on the side that you can see start moving, forming what looks to be a large construct-like leg.
Swiftly, we... Just like Veros, just like motions run away. Let's not deal with this.
Presumably we drag Prometheus too.
And Aura.
Yeah, you guys start running. You guys start running away, and you witness the building itself start moving, and it heads towards the shore. It heads towards the shoreline. And it heads towards like this large, this sort of this large area where the cliff face of the shore is really tall, and it stops, and then it sets itself down with a loud crash, and then the tower, and then the tower-like legs pull into the large structure.
Suddenly, skeletons start appearing out of the structure and falling straight off the cliff. Sorry.
If only.
Carry on.
Skeletons in the actual structure. You start seeing skeletons appearing towards the rooftop. This time they're much more not organized per se, but they seem to be a lot more intelligent about their movements, whereas before they were just kind of running.
Disciplined.
Yeah, like they're before they were just kind of running after you. Now they seem to be taking up like defensive positions on the fort itself, which is the best. This is like a large stone keep-like structure. It's rather large, but it's a big rectangle basically with some towers jutting out the sides. They seem to take up defensive positions.
Only we.
And you do notice something else. A large, dark figure approaching you.
God damn it.
Oh, great.
Behind him there is an undead troll lugging a cart. He kind of waves his hand to the troll to just set it down right, basically to set the cart down right there. The troll approaches you for a little bit, and he sets the cart down. There's a large chest on the back of it. The necromancer takes the chest with not even really moving it, like not even touching it. He just kind of moves it.
Telekinesis, basically.
Yes. He sets the chest down, and he says, "Thank you. You are very good to your word. Here, have these as a token of my gratitude." And he opens the chest, and inside there are 1,000 red gold coins, as well as all of your items that you had lost.
Oh, that's convenient.
Thank you.
I don't look at him, the chest, at him. No questions. Better not say anything.
I look forward to doing business with you in the future.
Oh fuck, I already forgot how many coins I had.
And the necromancer the necromancer and his undead troll head towards the large structure.
Yes, Tom?
I have a bad feeling about this, to the utmost extreme. I at least have my dagger back. Now I have one of my special items. And yeah, I have my cloak back. I have a feeling that the world is so unbelievably screwed.
Let's see, 1,000 divided by 5 is 200 for each, and say an extra 100 or 200 for what's his name?
and there's just like, and then just like the guy who's been with us is like, who the fuck is that?
I think he may know better than us. I think everybody in this world may know better than us.
Probably.
We know enough. He's drunk.
And we don't want to fucking mess with him.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so, the necromancer walks a little bit further away, and, like, as soon as, like, he's presumably out of earshot, Tyrion says, "Who the fuck is that?"
Vero shrugs.
What I know, he's a necromancer. He basically pays anyone who kills anyone.
Okay, you see the structure itself start moving, and it jumps. It kind of, like, all of the legs kind of compress a little bit, and then they jumps into the water, and the legs start moving the structure in through the water.
So it's swimming, basically.
Yep.
Iron.
So, swimming fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to have a list of the coins I had?
No, I...
Well, shit.
I didn't even remove mine. I just noted down they were stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you...
Yeah, you wanna know what makes it...
I mean, in all though, you did just get. I mean, in all, you did just gain back a ton more money.
1,000 of these blood red coins. Note to self: go to the library, find what the fuck these are worth.
Red gold coins, but yeah. Apparently, Prometheus still isn't back, despite being the one who wanted to do this in the first place.
We know, it's the irony.
Yeah.
So there's 5 of us, and say each of the other 4 gives an extra 50 to Tyrion.
Yeah, let's just let him have some of the blood red coin.
Pretty much. So 150 each.
Uh-huh. I have 192 blood red coins. Great.
Red to gold coins, there is a difference, but, you know, whatever.
Also, okay, so I'm just going to call them crimson gold, then.
Alright.
Verric just uses her Verric just uses her her magic to write on the floor. So should we try to find our way back to the city?
Tyrion just kind of nods.
Yes, probably. That's the best course of action. We are... Whatever we are doing, we probably can't stop that thing.
She just nods.
Especially...
Verric also adds to it, should we bring the chest or no?
We probably should. It's easier to carry some of the stuff that way.
Tyrion's just like, unless you want to just take everything out of it and then, you know, wear it back.
Verric has already grabbed her stuff out of it.
Point.
Like one of the interesting things, there's a bar of soap. Because few people ever use soap.
But on the other hand, this thing is filled with 1,000 coins.
Yeah, and split amongst each other, that's a lot less weight.
True, true. It could still be useful to have a chest.
Yeah, we can store all of our stuff in it. We can also lock the chest.
Maybe. Or at least get a lock. Oh, yay. Considering the minor things, when the question is, should we head back?
We are heading back, we just need to make camp further on than just here.
Does Tyrion actually have any idea which way we are supposed to go?
You know, Tyrion just starts heading back right immediately. He knows exactly where to go.
Okay, then we're gonna follow him in this instance because we are.
Because this time it actually makes sense.
Okay,
More
you wander
so
into
than last time.
you wander into a bandit camp. No, I'm just kidding.
Tyrion just goes through like, hello.
Yeah, nobody attacks Tyrion. They all see you and attack you, though. Tyrion looks confused.
Fuck you.
It's strange, they don't do that to me when I walk through. Seriously, will Prometheus just get here already?
just like Benny Hill's music. Benny Hill's music intensifies.
You okay?
Yes, I just can't make the music with my mouth.
Moving on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we need to make camp during our travel or no?
Not really. You travel for a couple of hours. You're not that far away from town. It was after about 4 hours of travel you actually get back. At this point, you can see people, walking around. The city is a bustle. There's a lot of people going about. Pretty much everyone has been, just going about their day. It seems to be about midday now. And the thought kind of occurs to you that you're kind of late for, you know, paying your rent.
Paying. Yeah. Hopefully the party decides to do that. Or the other half of the party.
Run. We probably go and figure it out.
Yeah. Just like we moved to the tavern.
Alright, you go to the tavern, and, everyone was, like, you know, just going, no one's actually really here at the moment.
Fuck.
Quentin's wife is here, and she seems kind of surprised that you're back, and she's like, "Oh, you're back already. Everyone went out searching for you."
Just look in the mirror. Should we tell what happened?
Nods. she's like, motions, I'll go pay rent. She like fishes a few coins from her coin pouch to pay rent.
Let's give her a short story version of what happened. Oh dear God. So we kind of got captured by goblins.
She's like, "What? How did you get captured by goblins of all things?"
I'm a very heavy sleeper. Especially after alcohol. Don't ask for the others.
Tyrion's like, "I just was doing a job. I did not get captured by goblins at all, actually."
Oh, you did not. He actually saved us.
So she's like, "Well, alright then. Glad you're back, I guess."
Out of character, remind me what's the rent for this place? 5 silver?
It's 5 silver, or 1 electrum.
Yeah.
I basically just gave him 8 as an apology for, like, being late.
Point.
So Tyrion just kind of asked for a drink, and he goes and he, you know, sips his ale. And he's like, and then he suddenly remembers something. He's like, "Oh," he's like, "I gotta go. I'll see you guys. I'll catch up with you guys later."
Farewell.
The bartender doesn't remark about just like, "So you were all captured and you got out in a single day and then walked up and then all walked here."
He more questions the fact that there are goblins in the area, because he's hasn't seen any.
Well, there probably aren't many anymore. I shall also.
Alright, he's like, "Alright then, I guess your room's all still available. But have a good day."
I paid him the gold, or the silver in this instance, and now we can go on our day. So why don't we do the, like, Veros goes up to, has the retrieve an object quest been taken?
Which one?
Nope.
Retrieve an object. There is only one.
Yeah, I know. What was the object, though?
I'm fairly sure
you have to go and retrieve a small case of coughs.
Yeah, but
or is that too late?
No, it's too late to do it now. Is the issue
Yeah.
there?
May as well just remove it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain I should run to do the security job, except the other two probably didn't show up either, so...
Yeah.
You might as well just show up anyways. Just get your shit done.
True.
Veros can probably just be a messenger for today.
Alright, yeah, you take the messenger job. At the end of the day, you get paid your 20 silver pieces. You deliver cash. Sorry, not cash. You deliver various packages and mail from like house to house throughout the city. No one actually seems very shocked at your appearance at all. Most just kind of like when you give
Shrug.
They're all business. You give them your you give them their package and they just kind of nod, and some of them even tip you a little bit. You get 12 copper pieces as a result of tips.
Nice.
But other than that, yeah, everything went smoothly.
Woohoo.
As for your day at the security job, yeah, you're right. Augusto does show up a little bit later. Everyone else, however, does not. Zuden does not.
And it's only one other person.
And of course, like, you are there, but you don't get paid, of course, because you don't get paid till the end of the week. But yeah, it was just a peaceful day for you. Only a few things happened here and there. Tristan just, mulls about, I guess, because he's not apparently online.
We can presume he's helping me with the messenger detail.
Alright, yeah, he helps with the messenger detail. How much gold did you give Tyrion, by the way?
We gave him 50 from each of us.
50 from
and that's, I believe that was also cut out of our...
Let's see. 200 for everyone, minus 50 for everyone else. So that's like 400.
He got a lot of blood red gold coins.
He has more than twice the amount anybody else has. Then again, we do owe him.
Yep. I'm fairly certain that we bring a large amount of good business to wherever we go.
By the merit of somebody saving us.
By the merit of failure, you bring good business.
I know. By the merit of pure dumb luck, we bring good business everywhere.
Or orcs and undead. One or the other.
Yeah. Or goblins.
Well, we have just created a mobile castle of undead.
Led by an actual necromancer instead of just stupidity.
That's probably not a good thing.
No, it is not.
So, what would you like to do to prepare for your assault of the bandit fort?
Well, I'm good for what I need currently. I have an AC of 18. The only thing I really could use is a better weapon besides my staff, but that's about it.
Alright.
But my current staff is fine nonetheless. Really, all I would need to do is, potentially scout it.
Well, the only things that come to mind are either a better bow or some more fire arrows.
Yeah. I might go look around the city, see if I can find a means to enchant stuff, because that will be very handy.
You're basically trying to find a local a wizard or sorcerer who could enchant your gear,
or sell books detailing how to enchant things.
Okay. So who do you want to go asking who do you want to go asking for information on such things?
It would be logical to go to the Mages Guild, so I might start there. If there is one.
There is a Mages Guild. However, you find that there's a sign up front saying closed. Mages are currently in service. There's a person who's just he's a groundskeeper. He's just outside and trimming the
No,
edges and...
I won't pester any of them. Like, it's closed. I'm not gonna break in.
Okay. Alright. You also hear...
What, did you expect me to do something stupid?
Well, no, I expect you to at least talk to one of them, though.
I can't talk!
Shh. Don't let your dreams be
Molding
dreams.
crown.
Oh yeah, I know one thing we could also do. We could try to have Celine teach Varus to speak common. That will be handy.
True. Because the only items I would look for are basically either a better longbow, arrows, or a
I'm back.
efficient
Yay!
Hey, the person who wanted to do this is back now.
I'm sorry about that.
By the way, Prometheus, we got all our stuff back.
All of it? All of it?
Yes, all of it.
Yeah, do you want to know how?
Go on.
The necromancer apparently owns this cave since it's a giant fucking golem, and as a courtesy for giving him back his stuff, he gave us 1,000 blood red gold coins and all of our stuff back, and a chest, which we took.
The chest has the stuff in it?
Yes.
Your stuff, at least.
Yeah.
And presumably about 150 gold coins at this point, because you haven't taken your share.
So, what's my share?
150 blood red gold coins and all of your stuff.
Thank you.
Because 5 people, and honestly, give extra to Tyrion.
We already included that, though.
Otherwise. Yep.
Oh, and we also got back in time to
Pay the rent. So, if you have anything that comes to mind you want to get, now's the time.
Yes. I'm gonna go to the armor.
Okay. You go to the local armor / blacksmith. He's working on some plate armor, actually, as well as some other assortments of gear. He seems rather tired, as if he's been working through the night. He barely even acknowledges that you're there.
I walk over and excuse myself and basically go to him.
Okay, yeah.
And I'd like to... a set... Wait, how much can I afford? Give me a moment, I need to count. Breastplate. Buying the set. Buying breastplate armor set.
You wanna buy a sorry, you said you wanted to buy a breastplate?
Yes, medium armor breastplate.
He's like, sorry lad, I'm afraid I'm not gonna be able to do it. I have a large order I have to fill out.
What armor do you have available?
None. I'm afraid all of it, and all you see here, is going to the king's army.
Ask him what for.
What for?
I don't know. King's been preparing the military, keeping them well trained. Hasn't declared war on anyone though, as far as I know.
Okay.
There is probably more than one armed city, Prometheus.
Is there, Tom? I mean, Templar?
Yeah, there are a few.
I go around.
You get pretty much the same thing. Like, all of them are basically saying, like, their armor is basically going to the king, or the duke, or, like, basically they're going to the army.
I offer to pay double what the price of scale mail costs.
One of the armorers, he does kind of consider it for a moment, but he kind of has to pass off. He's like, He's like, I'm sorry, lad, but unless you got a seal of nobility, I'm afraid I can't. I have to get done with this order, and it needs to be fulfilled.
I have the cash right here.
You do not understand, lad. It is not a matter of me
Dude,
not wanting to do it. It is a
remember, nobility are much more important than you are.
It's a matter of having the time to manufacture it for you. I do not have the time. As it is, I will be working through the night for the next 2 days. I am sorry, but I cannot service you. If you would like to come back in a week, I might have time.
Okay, then.
And he goes back to work.
It's presumably the same for the weaponsmiths as well.
Yeah, like pretty much all of the smiths. In fact, now that you've actually thought about it, like pretty much all of the craftsmen are busy or not even there.
Oh shit.
Right.
And they pretty much give you the same story. Like even going to like the flour or the foods market, they're basically saying, like, yeah, even if you go to the flour or the food market, they too have been saying, like, most of our food's going to most of our extra food's going to the army now. It's like there's like being a lot of preparation. There's like food getting stored up for winter, like large reserves being kept.
Reserve being kept for winter makes a lot of sense.
I understand that one. I asked Quentin if he knows Quentin's character if he knows about any less than
Yeah,
where the black market
Quentin's
is.
not back yet. They're all out looking for you guys.
Okay, in that case, I asked the innkeeper if there's any less than stellar markets I can go to in order to get what I'm looking for.
The man kind of chuckles a little bit. He's like, lad, I hate to tell you this, but there isn't really much of a black market here. He's like, kind of thinks for him. He's like, well, if you really need some, if you really need a breastplate that badly, it's like, there might be some people who have some old equipment that they're willing to sell, but you wouldn't be getting anything stellar.
I'm not looking for shiny. Basically, I just need to be serviceable, durable, and gets the job done.
Yeah, but why do you need this, by the way?
Leather armor is not exactly the best.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm thinking about taking that job. That's going to require better armor for my survivability.
He's like, well, you always could talk to the army itself. Attempt to purchase a pair off of them. Blacksmiths would get in trouble if they didn't fulfill their orders, but military sells it. Who's gonna get punished then?
I just need one thing. I'm not asking for an army's worth. I just need one set.
Dude, if you ask for a spare thing that they don't need currently, you'll more likely get it than not.
Alright. And where would I go here? Wherever I go to find them?
He's like, well,
so I can do this?
He's like, you can go to a guard post, the local army barracks.
Okay, I head towards there then.
I think I'm joining him.
Alright, you two go to the army barracks. There are currently, you see a large yard where, like, there are well over a few hundred soldiers training, quite hard actually. A lot of them are wearing really high quality gear. It seems like as if no expense has been spared. Archers being
Prometheus has to do something again.
I'm back.
Okay, you see, those strong enough to wield longbows are being trained. You see rangers training some of the longbowmen, and just ways of survival, tracking, scouting, stuff like that. Those who are not strong enough to wield either sword or bow are being taught to use crossbows and other such equipment that doesn't require nearly as much strength. It's very organized. Like, you actually see a force of swordsmen who are wearing, like, heavy armor, like, fight and successfully break combat for another line of troops to be rotated in immediately without any break in their line, without any weakness being shown, allowing them to keep fighting at full strength while they're there. As you were watching this, one of the sergeants walks up to you and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, I've been searching high and low, and what everyone says I have to come here in order to get some purchase equipment. Because apparently everyone else is too busy trying to fill your orders.
And he's like, "Aye, got a lot of new recruits coming in. Gotta build the army." He's
Yes,
like,
and I'm about to take a job that is most likely going to risk my health fatally.
He's like, "Lad,
I'm in need of some equipment."
He's like, "Alright." He's like, "Lad, do tell me though, why on earth should I give this to you? Or, well, sell it."
I'll pay twice the standard price for the item.
3 times.
If you got yourself a set of scale mail, you got your hands on a deal.
He's like, "Alright." And, he picks up some, scale mail from the, armory, which is just which in and of itself is like a rather large armory, and it's, you know, filled like about 3/4 of the way, and you even see soldiers being equipped right now. He says, "Alright then, that'll be 130 gold pieces."
I hand him it.
He's like, "Pleasure, lad. Please try not to die out there. If you're looking for work, come join the army. You can always use good, strong lads like yourself."
Never again.
It's like last time I tried that, we all got massacred.
Well, only people who get massacred is our enemies. Ain't that right, boys? Yeah! You hear kind of a hurrah from the soldiers out front.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you'd like, and if you could be so kind, do yourself a favor. Get lost.
Fair enough.
You wouldn't have any fire arrows, would ya?
Not that I can sell you.
Oh shit.
He's like, I was only barely willing to give away normal gear to a good, strong lad like yourself. I'm afraid magic items are completely off limits, however.
Besides, if worse comes to worse, Trarek, you can always just send the enemy.
I missed about half of that, but I think what you meant. I think I got what you meant. Oh well.
No.
As you're leaving, one of the rangers stops you and says, "Hey, come on!" And he grabs Celine. He's like, "Come on, we got training to do."
What? I'm not. Why not?
Not a part of this.
So you're part of the Ranger Corps, aren't you? Come on.
I think I'll go and see what they're doing at least. I can learn something.
Okay, so Celine, you are part of the group that is training various scouts in the art of survival and stealthily moving through the trees in nature.
Oh God.
As well as bowmanship. Please roll a. Let's see here. What would this check be? Yeah,
deception probably.
It wouldn't be deception. Yeah, please roll a survival skill to see how well you teach them how to survive. Okay.
Nope.
This starts well.
Nope.
So
I'm gonna mute myself for this.
Yeah, you didn't actually. You tried to teach them some basic stuff about survival, but you're like extremely flustered. You didn't do a terrible job, and there were other instructors there to help you, so you had advantage. However, it still wasn't great. Like you just kind of were teaching them like the very bare bones basics, which some of them needed. Some of them were woodsmen already, and kind of were rolling their eyes the entire time that you were talking. Next, you need to teach them how to shoot properly, so make an attack roll against a target. this one you actually teach them quite well, and you improve the. I need you to then do a. I'm gonna say it's a performance check to see how well you can.
Goody.
To see how well you can teach the recruits. Yeah, you managed to correct a lot of their form. You actually managed to get a lot.
You did something with charisma.
You get a lot of you got a lot of them to correct themselves on certain things that they were doing wrong. Many of them have come away learning something from this. Even the woodsman who was kind of rolling his eyes earlier agrees that you actually know how to use a bow, if nothing else.
Actually, wouldn't she get a +2 bonus to this because of her expertise in archery?
Next, I need you to make a sword strike with your blades.
It is already counted, Tom.
I have to run an errand. Oh, give me 10 minutes.
Alright, now roll performance. Alright. You also show them some swordsmanship as well. Not quite as well as the while you did almost do quite as well with the attacks as you did with your longbow shot. You, however, were not nearly as good as talking
the other teachers
at talking, teaching the other scouts to do this properly. As
this isn't my specialty.
As you're not that great of a teacher itself.
Play.
And that.
All in all, you spend the entire day basically training their soldiers, and the ranger says, well, I hate to tell you this, but as a ranger, you are shit at teaching.
You suck.
As a ranger, you are absolutely shite at teaching people how to survive in the wild. That being said, excellent archery, excellent swordsmanship. Let's go to the barracks and have a drink.
Oh God! Why not?
Okay. He pours
roll
out.
the Constitution check.
Roll a Constitution check at disadvantage.
Yes, it is.
This is a bad idea.
Yes.
Wait, that's Constitution.
I don't think it's going to change anything.
Constitution.
You rolled a 17.
Well, okay. So the first drink goes down with little trouble. And he's like, all right. He's like, well, another. Roll me
No, you just go. I'm with one. Do you do the smart decision and say I'm good with just one?
Well, this is Celine. Smart decision.
Practice.
This is Celine. Smart decisions are not
I
exactly
know, but I'm saying, do you do? No, I'm asking if you do the smart decision or not.
They're like, I could actually use some more practice fight with archery, believe it or not.
He's like, couldn't we all?
True enough.
He's like, another drink. Come on, roll a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it. He's already pouring them down.
There we go.
You are.
Second time's the charm.
You are drunk. Two tankards of ale is more than you usually should take. They already poured a third drink for you.
No.
I don't think I can grab it anymore.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw to keep yourself from actually grabbing it. You have disadvantage. You reach out and grab that drink before they even finish filling it up. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
12 and a 22.
You pass out on the floor. Well, no, actually, no. To be fair, you black out. It's the next morning.
It's just like they just like remark, this is the lightest drinker we have ever seen.
Yep.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's already like 3 hours into the next morning before you realize that you're going through a training regime that you aren't even a part of. It's just
what is going on?
Meanwhile, with Tristan and Veros.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Tristan, do you try to teach Veros to speak common better?
He's still not back yet. Are you kidding me?
God damn it. Iron, you might as well Roman.
I presume while you're doing this, I just kind of
you're just
excuses.
No. Your intelligence is draining, whereas mine is potentially rising. Iron, what do I roll?
For what? Oh, for learning? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
you of course have to roll intelligence. Just intelligence, I guess.
Okay.
And then Tristan, he has to roll a
17. Woohoo.
And then Tristan, he has to roll a let's see, what is it that I had him roll? I think it's just intelligence, yeah.
Yeah, just intelligence.
Tom, you're too smart for us to teach you.
You rolled a 9! That is indeed true.
So Tristan, Tristan,
am I able to tell he's probably had a few drinks before he decided to try to teach me today?
So Tristan starts teaching you, and then realizes halfway through, wait a minute, we're teaching you Common, not Elvish, aren't we? I'm sorry.
Suddenly you know Elvish.
He's like,
I know a few words in Elvish now. That's even better.
He's like, no, you don't know anything in Elvish. You thought you were learning Common. Now you're confused. But he then for the rest of the night starts teaching you Common. And you
roll
can
again.
You now have the ability of just roll it. Yeah, roll again. Dumb.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I need to roll again. Click on something.
Roll it again. Roll it again.
I know. Things are just being slow for me right now. My computer's being very slow for me right now. Whoops, wrong thing.
You don't even have the excuse of.
That was the wrong roll.
This time.
Nope. It's just like it's the reverse.
This time, he starts teaching.
No, like it's literally the reverse.
Yeah, no. This time he starts teaching you Common, but you think you're learning Elvish, and now you're.
Just like it eventually gets to the point where I comprehend languages to just know what the fuck he's saying. Just like I am confused.
Yeah. Okay.
I at least have my components pouch back.
And that is the that is the night. Mornings.
I'm hoping I can somehow make my excuses and get back. Suddenly you're
how did
he
do that? How do you do that thing where you put the you just drag the traits from the compendium and put them into your character sheet?
No idea.
What?
I don't use the compendium.
The compendium.
What's the question? What do you want to do?
Yeah, how do you do that thing where you just drag traits from the compendium and into a character sheet?
You need to open both your character sheet and the compendium inside the browser, then write down what you want from the compendium, then you just drag it.
Oh, and by the way, Iron, this time I lock the windows.
Okay. You're abducted. You're abducted in the night.
God damn it! Not again.
This time by small red creatures. All right.
Are you being serious or sarcastic?
I'm being sarcastic. You didn't actually sleep. You didn't actually sleep. Gain 1 level of exhaustion. You spent the whole night learning.
I did sleep.
You spent the whole night learning.
Did I actually manage to make any friends of these guys?
Yeah. You also think they also think that you're you're basically recruited, so you might get charged with desertion.
Yay! Again. And I have a kingdom badge still from the other kingdom.
Yeah.
Just like, how did they not guess? Like, she came here to fucking buy something. Oh, hey, she must be a part of our fucking interest thing.
Just she's a ranger. She's a member.
Your character didn't know to say. Your character didn't realize. Wait, I can say no to this.
You.
Which kingdom are we in again?
Ferrum.
Ferrum.
How did you spell that?
Ferrum.
That sounds about right.
Okay, so that's how that works.
My fucking bio page, it's full of notes like this. Recruit. God damn it. Cannot type.
Fake cheese.
Iron, why is this literally again?
Because she didn't say no.
Yep.
Literally. How did your character not know that you can just say the word no? I gotta deal with something.
Like I said,
and now you're in the army again.
I thought I might be able to learn something. The thing is only, can I slip away and actually explain that I'm not a ranger of this kingdom?
They brand you, and you are now a ranger of the kingdom.
Not this shit again.
Yeah, no, you explain that you actually aren't a person who's supposed to be, a designated teacher. You just came here for some equipment, and they say, "Well, then why didn't you say so?"
Curiosity.
Pretty much. There is always more to learn. And
have a nice.
This is something I always
Do they facepalm at that?
Probably.
They just kick you out. They just, all right, goodbye.
Dude.
They push you out and shut the gates behind you.
This is something I do not say to any of them. And the free drinks always help.
100 arrows blacken the sky as they come down. It's just
quickly dodge, then collect the arrows. Well, since it's probably kind of pointless. Since it's probably pointless to go to a magic shop or anything, I guess I'll head back to the tower too.
Okay. You arrive at the tavern. Everyone's finally back now.
Woohoo!
I'm back.
And you're back as well.
I'm sorry.
Your character tried. No, Prometheus. Do you want me to describe basically how you're trying to teach my character common went? Prometheus.
And he disappeared.
Fucking damn it!
Prometheus. Lose experience points.
I'm just like poking him now.
Yeah.
Slump into a bar chair like. Are you?
No, just like, and now I have to teach bros. It's just like suddenly Vietnam flashbacks.
Alright, so is there anything else you guys want to do to prepare for your assault on the bandit fort?
I do look at the magic shops. Like curiosity browsing kind of thing.
There is a magic shop.
No, I'm not.
Well, there's a few actually, but you know. Yeah, they're open. If anything else, they don't really have any magic items displayed currently.
presumably because one specific nation is demanding literally everything to prepare for combat.
I mean, it's a magic shop. You don't really just display that shit out in the front door.
Yeah. I'm also kind of doing this to learn where everything is.
Yeah. Alright, yeah,
Holy
yeah, so you can look through the magic shops. Mostly the same thing everywhere you go. A lot of people don't display all of their stuff.
Yeah, no doubt.
God, if they have an efficient quiver somewhere.
I'm a small part of me is just like mostly doing this to is everything.
Yeah.
You see as you're walking about, you see a group of individuals. A large fighter man, some sort of paladin, and you know, a ranger, a cleric, and a wizard. They're, you know, just going about their business, walking through the city, sort of thing.
Okay. I'm not interacting with them. I can't. I'm assuming this is a reference to also doing this campaign, Iron, or just something random.
There's other groups of adventurers in this world, so it's just a kind of memory thing.
Besides just us.
Yes, you are not the center of attention.
Stables.
Oh, you're back again.
Prometheus, you keep on hopping in and out, like.
Yeah, man. Like you were the one who wanted to do this. It's like
I'm sorry. I had errands to do last minute.
You want to go to the stables.
Right.
So, alright, you go to the stables. The man sees
Unfortunately,
you.
everything is tilted, therefore it is no stables.
Fucking damn it. Tom, lose one.
Yeah, I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
Okay.
I'll shut up then. I'll shut up.
You arrive at the stables. The horse master is sitting behind his desk, just kind of jotting down some notes. He sees you arriving. He's like, "Oh, hello. How are you?"
Yes. Do you have any horses available?
A few.
For purchase.
Yes, I have a few horse.
A riding horse in particular?
Of course. We only have 3 remaining, but we do have some.
Okay. How much for everything be fully kitted out?
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
To buy a horse with the saddle, with the bit and bridle.
Bit and brittle.
He's like, one moment. I will be right back. And he leaves from the counter and goes into the back. There's a strange man out front. He wants a horse. I don't... yeah, alright, yeah. He wants to know how much it would cost for the whole thing. No, I didn't tell him. Yeah. He's like, yes, I understand. Yeah, alright. He's like, okay. Would you like a riding saddle, riding saddle, or a pack saddle? Like, this is really just the question.
They sell ponies or something, don't they?
A riding saddle for a riding horse.
Alright.
Because I'm going to be riding on this, and I have a journey that's going to be taking me quite a fair ways within the city, so I'd rather get there sooner than by foot.
I can do 120 gold. We don't sell armor for the horses, though. I hope you understand that.
I understand that completely.
Alright, yes. Would you like to pick the horse?
Show me.
Alright, come in the back, please. Come in the back. And he goes around the corner and he opens up the large door.
I go in.
You see 3 horses. You see 3 riding horses. One is a. Okay, come on. One horse is about one horse is a large gray. Oh, wow, this is like the token does not work. One horse is is a large gray horse. Another one is a black horse, and the last one is a brown with black spotted horse.
Can I use animal handling to see which one is quote unquote most better with me, so to speak?
Sure.
Like going from inspecting each horse, basically seeing which one takes me more.
These horses have all been broken, so none of them are particularly defining like that. But the black horse, he shows some spark in him. He kind of heaves up when you kind of try and get too close to him. The gray one tries and bites your hands. The brown one just ignores you completely.
I'll take the black one. He has spirit.
He's like, oh, alright, there you go. He's like, I'm afraid I must ask one thing, though.
Yes?
What will you name him?
Oh, this should be good.
Shadowrun.
God damn it. He's like, alright. Here is Shadowrun. He is yours now.
Why do I have a bad feeling about these horses already?
He gives
You're not the only one.
He puts a riding saddle on Shadowrun, and he's like, "Well, have a nice day. Remember,
I've handed him the 12 platinum needed to buy it.
Yes. He says,
Yeah.
Remember, you must feed him twice a day, and he must drink at least 3 times a day. Do not attempt to ride him for more than 6 hours, lest he collapse and die. Other than that, you should be fine. Oh, sorry, ride hard on him for more than 6 hours. Other than that, good luck to you.
I think so. It's like, I will, however, do you have any saddlebags?
Saddlebags, he says. I'm pretty sure the riding saddle actually comes with a saddlebag on it already.
No, it's
It
separate.
doesn't.
It's a separate item. Pack saddle is basically for, like, if you have a meal and you want to carry stuff.
Yeah. Oh, saddlebags. Yeah, he's like, yes, I have a couple of saddlebags.
Yeah, I'll be needing a set of those.
2 of them? Okay, he says, 10 gold pieces.
I hand him the 10 gold.
He puts the saddlebags on each side of the saddle. It's like, well, best of luck to you, sir.
Tristan. The name's Tristan.
Alright.
And I am leading the horse up, right? And then I obviously get on said horse and I'm heading through the town now, on horseback.
Roll animal handling.
Land vehicles or animal handling?
Animal handling.
It is not a cart. Nice.
Okay. When you weren't paying attention, as you were getting on, Shadowrun tried to buck you off immediately. You managed to hold on, however.
I said, oh, no you don't.
I have to deal with enough shit today, I don't need this anymore.
He just kind of snorts and, like, shakes his head.
Jake, you be good and there'll be carrots involved.
So where are you going?
I'm assuming that the inn has a small stable so I can put in him and then pay for his feeding there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I head back to the inn, proudly on horseback.
As you're heading towards the inn, suddenly Shadowrun takes a left instead of going straight.
As I go, oh, no you don't.
Roll it.
Why do I have a feeling that you went to the bad animal shop?
He suddenly, right as you try to turn him around, he decides to respond immediately and sharply turns around into almost a run. Roll an athletics check to keep from getting bucked off.
I'm sent.
Is with these horses.
I'm on my back, winded.
However, he also crit failed in his attempt to buck you off. So, he
So,
gets to buck you off.
nothing happens.
All that happens is you fall sideways off the side of the saddle. And he's just like... And he's being pulled to the side, almost falling over, and he's just like...
Both of them fall over.
I get up, I'm just like, you keep this up, and I will make sure you don't get carrots for a week.
He starts walking without you on his back.
I have my
These horses.
I have my hand on the harness, so he's like, nope.
He starts pulling you.
And I start pulling him.
Roll a strength check.
Probably
With
if you are not gonna
disadvantage.
win a strength check against the horse.
The horse...
Actually,
The
might.
horse...
depends on the horse type, though.
The horse starts dragging you along ever so slowly to the tavern.
Okay.
What is with these horses, though?
Now he's heading towards it. And once we can get to the stables finally, after a little adventure, I go to the stable boy. It's like, make sure he's fed and taken care of. How much is that going to cost?
He's like, just an electrum piece, my lord.
That's like I hand him 2 days worth, which would be a gold piece.
All right.
But
The saddle boy
at the tavern.
The saddle boy goes to get on top of Shadowrun to ride him into the stable. Shadowrun
It's not gonna fucking work, is it?
Shadowrun happily lets him on, and he goes right where the saddle
It's
boy
like
tells him to.
everyone but you.
And there's even this as the saddle boy puts him in, there's like this large warhorse who's just like going crazy, and the saddle boy just kind of like whistles softly, and then the horse calms down, and he pets the side of the horse, and he takes it into the stables.
Something gives me the feeling that this horse is cursed.
Or that the stable boy is magic.
He's a prodigy.
He's like,
Or more likely, he knows what he's fucking doing.
Or that.
which none of you do, so I guess it would look like magic to you.
I do have proficiency with land vehicles, so I do know how to ride a horse, by the way.
Land vehicle? A horse is not a land vehicle.
That's what I said!
This is what it's going off here. I'm just going off. I just clicked that to show that I do have that.
Yeah. If you're driving a cart, you can drive a cart, but this is a horse.
Alrighty then.
You can at the very least drive the apparatus of Groomash.
For instance, you could use a chariot. Like that's something you could do, but just riding a horse is animal handling. It's not actually until you gain the horse's trust, basically.
Keep.
You know, I find it funny that the stable boy is getting a lot more trust from the horse than you are.
I'm not surprised at this point.
You get trust from the other horse that came in too.
Fair point.
Keep.
He's like, what can I do for you?
Do you have any milk? Preferably the kind that doesn't make you throw up.
What do you mean? Milk doesn't make you throw up unless you just drank alcohol before you did it. Or it's bad.
Out of character, is that a real thing?
It's called curdling the milk. It's a thing. The milk curdles the alcohol. Basically, I don't think it's actually a real thing, but in fantasy universes, it kind of is.
Okay.
Basically, the question is, how recently did you drink the alcohol?
Last night, so it wouldn't help in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll just have a milk anyways.
All right. He gives you milk. Roll me a Constitution saving throw as you drink it.
You're gonna get drunk off of milk.
No, he's gonna get a
Would you
bucket.
be surprised, Tom, at this point?
You're fine. It was just milk.
You are an evil. How much?
2 copper pieces.
I hand him this. Thank you.
Oh, and I almost, it's like, after grabbing the horse and whatnot, it's like, you know what, I should probably make something like that just for convenience sake. I had to find the nearest carpenter shop.
Nearest carpenter?
Yeah, wood shop, basically.
Alright, the carpenter's currently working on a ballista.
I'm asking for some wood. Enough wood to...
Easily.
Templar actually might want to do this out privately.
Okay. Come to Platoon 2 then. Alright.
The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to be making someone for some fun and I don't want them to know.
Okay. What?
It's like,
how much wood are you trying to get?
enough wood to make a longbow made of yule wood.
Ah. The man is like,
It's like, it's a gift for a friend I'm trying to make.
He's the, yule wood, you said.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you need?
Enough for a longbow size, about yay high, yay thick,
like,
and...
he goes back and he gets a 4x4, it's about 6 feet long, and he's like, alright.
It's like bare double up just in case something goes wrong.
Alright, he revs the second one, he's like 8 gold pieces.
I hand him the gold.
Alright, it's like, pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes back to work on the large ballista that he's making.
Okay, and then I go grab some bowstrings and some leathers for the grips.
Alright, yeah, you can get those. 5 silver.
Okay. Yep. All out of silver now.
Alright. So, do you want to attempt to make the object? Because I have to bring up the crafting rules for that.
Yeah, I'm attempting to make it with my carpenter's tools that I do have. Just roll once.
Okay, so...
Or multiple times.
Yeah, the base cost for that was like that. Materials like that. Alright, you bought enough material for the whole thing is what I'm gonna say. Crafting items... A character must spend a minimum of 8 continuous hours for the time spent, count towards crafting a day. Multiple days do not have to be done consecutively for the count, however. Do you have carpenter's tools? So
yes.
Crafting time. It's base cost divided by work rate times time modifier. So base cost is that. Alright. Yes. Alright, yeah, it's going to take you in total about a week to make this. It is a longbow, and they are pretty hard to make. You can work on multiple projects at once, mind you, but just doing one, you can only do so much with one project a day, basically.
Okay.
I need you to roll me a...
Carpenter's tool?
Yeah, roll me a carpenter's tool check. Okay. You've started, crafting it on the side. You started, carving some of the side of it. Right now, it has the superior quality, in terms of how long it's how you've been making it. But the quality might go down or go up based on how well you do over the next couple of days. This will take you the full 8 hours to do. Basically, however, since you got a 19 on the first one, it's going to be harder for it to get worse. It's going to be harder for it to get better after this.
Okay.
Alright. Let's go to game prep then. Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do while Tristan is out?
I probably tried to do some postal service and maybe decided to do some research on how much these fucking gold coins are worth. you got from the necromancer?
The coins are of a old variety. They are made of red gold, which is a type of gold which appears red. Pretty self-explanatory, actually. Other than that, they are well, they are old. They aren't particularly like a collector's item or anything like that. They're worth the same as normal gold.
Like, I was curious, so
they might be like, for instance, they might be. You might find perhaps a bank which would be more willing to take them without like much additional fees, but it's more or less just gold. It's a gold coin. It's worth pretty much the same amount.
Okay.
Like, because they're old.
I just wanted to know.
They're old, but they're not ancient, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then. I also did the message sending job.
Yeah. The post office pays you 20 silver pieces.
Woohoo.
I have just one last thing.
Alright.
I look at Wayro for a moment and at the necklace, and do you actually want that taken off?
Shrug. She, like, blinks for a second, just, like, looks down and like, oh yeah, that exists.
Yeah. In
Shrugs.
fact, you kind of forgot about it. Like, you didn't even realize it was there.
We all did. We all did.
Indeed.
No, she's like, shrugs. You can take that as yes or no, whichever you choose.
Okay.
Yeah,
Stay put for...
If you want to just decide, if you don't really want to have your character, if your character is 50-50 about it, just roll a d20. If you're above 10, do it. If you're under 10, don't do it.
Or, like, your character... No, like, I'm leaving...
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just saying if you feel undecided about it, you can just roll a d20 and decide.
Mm.
I'm not forcing you to do that, though. If you just want to do it this way, go ahead.
20! Yes! I rolled a physical dice and I got a 20. That's why not. Like, she nods.
Okay, stay put for a moment. I presume I don't actually need to make rolls to cut it off.
You can just take it off. It actually has like a clip. You can you can remove it.
Yay.
If you want to take the risk of cutting her, I mean, you can.
If we can remove it without doing that, then fine.
Alright, yeah, you take it off, and, Veros, I don't actually think you were ever affected by the item, if I remember correctly.
I wasn't!
Nobody else was. Nobody was.
Yeah, you never got affected by the item, so you don't feel any different, other than, like, I guess your neck isn't as hot, from wearing it.
Now, would somebody take mine off?
Ooh, roll me a wisdom check.
Or was it willpower?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
That is the same thing, basically. We're not playing 3.5. Celine, you don't feel the need to mention it, but almost like you almost did. Like you were you were almost there. Like you were almost gonna mention it.
Never mind.
But then decided never mind.
I just staring at them for a moment and just turn back to the table. Milk, good milk.
So Tyrion kind of comes over and he's like, "What's that?" He points to the collar that has been taken off Veros.
That's
Veros just...
he's like...
this is the first time Tristan has ever noticed, but, like, Veros has never fucking talked. She always just uses magic.
Oh, yeah, Tyrion. Tyrion's like, so, what's that? He kind of points to it as he sits down next to you.
She just, like, takes out a little... Probably stone thing, just, like, uses it to write down. Don't know, it was on my neck when I got originally rescued by these by this merry with with quotation marks band of
Misfits? Idiots?
less than morally obligated people.
Them's fighting words.
But it's true though.
True enough, true enough. We can't say Prometheus isn't morally ambiguous.
So far, the only one of you who isn't morally ambiguous is Ghost, and that's ironic.
I know.
Closest he came to morally ambiguous was he didn't understand the alignment system. Like that was literally the closest he ever came to. It was like basically he didn't understand how the alignment system worked.
Okay. I do remember hearing what those things are.
Oh yeah, don't forget there was also one on Verric too.
From what I remember, there may be... Wait, nobody actually ever explained what those things were. Never mind.
Yeah, nobody did.
Yeah, you guys
we could probably ask the Fox though.
The Fox explained what the markings are that Prometheus has.
He's what, Iron?
Yeah, no, the Fox explained what the markings that Prometheus had were, but he does not know anything about the collars.
You know, I have a feeling that I would probably learn Common a lot faster if I asked the Fox to help.
Oh,
You can't.
Looks at you and he's like, he's like, of course, I'd be happy to teach you.
Like, surprised you never asked before.
Yeah. Probably.
I also use magic writing to ask him, do you know what this is? And I just hold out the collar.
He's like, it's a collar. I
just like facepalm.
Made of leather and with a little bit of iron so you can lock it. He's like, but other than that, I have no clue. Please come upstairs.
I do like put the collar in our chest though, like stuff to keep there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The ridiculousness of.
So roll a intelligence check.
What?
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. 14.
All right. You learn a great deal of common actually over the course of the night. You now speak at like a third grade level. Sorry, a first grade level.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
So does the next day when everyone gets up and she speaks and all that, are we just all surprised?
What?
Probably.
Beat some lush, crisp knowledge into her head.
Metaphorically or potentially literally?
Literally hit you on the head with the book until you learned. The teaching method was very effective. Other than that, though, I think that's all that we're going to do for this session, guys.
Actually, there's two items I want to grab my hands on, and that is a set of traveling clothes and a cloak.
Okay, you can do that.
Head to a tailor?
Yeah, just subtract, just see the base price, subtract it from your money. I'm not gonna...
It doesn't say how much cloak is, they don't have that, sadly.
I'll presume it's just like a few pieces of silver.
Like 2 silver.
Yeah, I was going for a nice red one, but okay.
2 silver, and he hands you a gray traveler's cloak.
Okay, fair enough. Traveling clothes and traveling cloak. And I hand him the money.
Alright. Have a nice day. And that's where we're gonna end it off, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Bye, YouTube. Leave a comment, please. It's the only way the show will get better.